What's up, guys? Tim Little, JD Little. Welcome back to Tactical Bassin. Today's video, we're going fishing. We are in between storms currently. You know, this last week we've been getting hit with these summer thunderstorms seems like every other hour or so. But we got a break in the weather, so fingers crossed that we don't get drenched. You know, we don't have to pull the plug for lightning. Gonna go out and try and force feed them topwater. We love throwing topwater. You know, kids get really excited when a big old bass comes out of the water and eats their bait. So we're gonna start throwing topwater, and if we have to adapt, we'll adapt. But come along as we try and catch some big largemouth on Lake Chickamauga. Go ahead and start. All right, guys, so I said we're gonna force feed them topwater. I have a rover or a walking bait on. JD has a Whopper Plopper 110 on. We got a Tackle Sprinkler Frog, a Scum Frog walking frog, a Pop Max popper, and another Whopper Plopper. So that is our lineup. You know, if we need to, I'll jump in the rod locker. I'll get in the lock. I will pull rods out of the rod locker. You know, maybe a drop shot to flip, or a shaky head, or an underspin, something like that we could really fish around these docks. But just launched. We're gonna start fishing this shoreline right here and see if we can catch them. Right there, go. Real fast, real fast. Good, good, good. Got it. Nice. Atta boy.
He's letting me reel in.
Yeah.
I think it's a littler one.
Don't matter.
Well, I got a wiper on that Whopper Plopper 110.
Could not get them on the topwater. Had to switch over to that JackHammer with that spunk shad. That was like the second cast, third cast with the JackHammer. So we'll keep trying to force feed them the topwater. JD's throwing that plopper, and see if we can kind of tag team the topwater and the reaction underwater. But hopefully we can get on a good topwater bite later on. Here, but you're not on camera. Yeah, just come, you can stay on the edge. You can just come up here. There.
I really like that chatterbait.
Two in a row. Just using that 360 up there, looking for the little grass patches on this flat, and so far it's working. Again, nothing on the topwater. Well, JD's got that one white bass, but might have to put a JackHammer on for him.
I thought we were only throwing topwater at first.
We were. But then I got 3 bites on this.
I don't remember that.
I'll go back to topwater once we get a little shallower. So there you go. That a boy. Don't wrench him. Don't wrench him. Just keep pressure. Keep pressure. Keep pressure.
It's a little.
All right, it's all right. We can get him. Get him. Get him.
Can I boat flip this little one?
Yeah.
It's a little bass. Is that a bass?
Yeah, it's a bass.
It's the size of a little bass. He blew it kind of big though.
Oh yeah, that was a big blow up.
Did he try to eat it?
Here.
He tried to eat it and missed it, right?
I got it. Oh, he came off.
Well, I had one But he came off at the boat.
What did he eat?
He ate my Whopper Plopper.
That's a 90.
90?
Yep. Throw out here. Oh, there's one right here. There. Get him. Stop it. Stop it. Go. 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 Got him. Nice. Get him over here. Get him away from that stick. Get him up in the boat.
Did I boat flip him?
Yeah. Get him up in the boat.
Got another one on
Bend
that
down. Close to the camera.
Whopper Plopper 90.
How'd you catch him?
He blew up and I casted to it and he ate it. Thanks, bud.
Not a giant, but so much fun. That was really cool because he blew up right here boat side, and I'm like, there he is, and JD made a good cast right on him, and he hit it as soon as it hit the water. So anytime you see a fish blown up like that, get onto him as quick as possible, because it could be a 10-incher like that one was, or maybe a 10-pounder. Good job, dude. Good job on the accurate cast. All right, guys, we're gonna go make a move. A lot of little fish in here, a lot of surface activity. I can't get buy a bite on the Rover or the bigger Whopper Plopper. The bait in here that's getting blown up on is like microscopic, less than an inch in length. So JD's caught a couple, hooked a few different bass on the little 90 Whopper Plopper, but we're gonna go try and find some backwaters and throw frogs and that sort of stuff and try and catch some bigger ones. Okay, let's put everything away that's gonna get soaked.
Yes?
Yep.
Right here in my mouth. GoPro, start recording. Sorry.
I'll make sure I'll leave that in the video.
Huh? What'd you say?
I'll make sure I'll leave that one in the video. You got your plopper? You ready to do this? Let's catch some fish. Never fished with them before, so.
What one?
Could be good. Which one?
Why do you call a fish jump?
Cool.
I'm gonna go watch him. There's something big jump. I don't know what it was. Huh?
Good one.
That's a good one. Got him. Well, at least we know fish are here.
Finally got one. Dude, this guy is ferocious. Finally got one on the Topwater. JD and I have ran all over this place, ran away from rain, thrown frogs. We've done a bunch of stuff. So now we're just kind of running and gunning, checking out new, never even fished this spot before. And first stop. First cast. Thanks, dude. Nice one on the Whopper Plopper. Thanks, dude. JD, you're up, dude.
Which one is this? A lobbing rod? Nope. Nice.
Get your Whopper Plopper?
Huh?
They're out here on the river edge.
The Whopper Plopper? That's a little guy.
So we're literally, thanks, dude. Slowly putting these pieces together. Wish we had more time. You know, we beat our heads against the wall trying to get a shallow bite. And it wasn't until just now, looking down at my graph, and the water, there's no current. And these fish are sitting on the very outside grass line in the main river. As soon as I looked down and saw where I was, looked down, saw there was no current, fired that Whopper Plopper out in the open and got bit. So hopefully that's the beginning of something, some kind of pattern, but unfortunately we're running out of time, but we'll try and catch a few more.
Huh? Did you come off that log? Did you need that?
No, I'm coming right at you.
Look at him. You see him? Oh, filmed him. There's our biggest one yet. He's bleeding.
It's getting fun.
Good job.
Good job to you, dude. It's been a struggle all day, and you have stayed there right with me. Super proud of you. It has not been easy. It has not been dry. It has not been cool, but it has been fun. You know, we're learning. This guy straight munched this thing. And we're having a good time, you know. JD said earlier, I wish it was called catching and not fishing. But it's all part of the process, right? Thanks, man. Nice one on that Whopper Plopper. Thanks, dude. It's all part of the process, putting the pieces together. Again, another fish out there on that ledge, right there on that break. You know, keep wanting to go into these mouths, but they're out here. It's a process we're learning. Run out of daylight, we're gonna make a few more stops, hopefully, and finish this video out, but it's been a great day. You know, one tip, guys, when you're throwing a Whopper Plopper or a buzz bait or a horny toad, any of those topwater baits that are moving, you want to keep your line off of the water in front of your bait. You know, JD, I've been trying to teach him not to have the 2 to 3, 4, 5 feet of line out in front of your bait on the water. So you can, two things, you can speed up your cadence on your reel or raise your rod tip. It's a combination. You slow down on your reel, raise your rod tip a little bit, just kind of work it. Those two factors are really what help keep that line out of the water in front of your bait. You don't want those fish seeing, you know, that braid 3 or 4 feet of it before your bait. So right now I am keeping my rod tip up. I could speed up my cadence and drop my rod tip if I needed to, but I actually like having my rod tip up just slightly. It gives me a little bit of a delay. When I get eaten, I can drop and then swing into them if I need to. But get in the habit of watching your line ahead of your topwater bait. Obviously, if you're throwing a walking bait, it doesn't really matter because you got to keep that rod tip down. But as far as these type of baits, pay attention to your line, keep it off the water in front of your bait.
We haven't fished any of these docks though. I bet you the bass, after they are done eating, they go over there. Just sit on the docks, right?
Maybe. Get one? There you go. Get him. You got him.
You sure?
Yeah. Bring him over here.
I didn't even set.
Yeah.
Oh. He came off.
Dude, that was like a 3.5 pounder.
Well, I got another one on the chatterbait, but it came off right at the boat. It messed my bait up.
He didn't realize he had a fish is what happened.
It messed my bait up. He fixed it. It just got heavy. I didn't feel it vibrating. I just kept reeling.
So what are you going to do next time?
And then I set when it started shaking.
Yeah, I came up and jumped right here. He didn't realize he had a fish. I saw the line change directions.
He tried to boat flip it.
One hand. What a mess.
So today, earlier, they were eating these
Little tiny threadfin shad.
little tiny threadfin shad. And they're blowing up on them, and when we caught them, they would spit them out. So they're really cool little fish.
Yeah, it was really hard to, you know, when they're keyed in on that really small bait, it's really hard to get those bigger fish to eat something different. You know, we got a few fish on that chatterbait, but when they're keyed in on that small stuff, typically you got to go small. You know, throw a little blade bait, throw a little underspin, throw a, you know, something small that mimics that. Fortunately, you know, we were trying to catch them on top, so the smallest thing we had was a 90 size Whopper Plopper, and that's what he was catching them on. But yeah, matching the hatch, when they're on that little stuff, it can be really, really tough.
Hey guys, I think we're gonna wrap it up. We've had a good day fishing. I had fun with my dad, and I think we're gonna wrap it up for the day.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. Got a little bit of daylight left to put the boat on the trailer, but all in all, a great day. Started off pretty good right off the bat, catching those fish on the chatterbait, and you caught, what, a white bass and some small largemouth on that little Whopper Plopper. He was just target fishing the blow-ups. If they came up to the surface, blown up on something, he would cast to them. And it's really important, like I said earlier in the video, to have accurate casts. So always practice your casting. You never know when that 10-incher blow-up turns into be a 7-pounder or an 8 or 10-pounder. You want to be on them quickly and be accurate. I'm gonna slide by you real quick, kind of talk about today a little bit more. You know, it was like I said, after we caught those first, well, you caught 3 in here, but they're all fairly small, right? Caught 2 chatterbait fish, and it was really cool seeing them on the 360, seeing the grass patches, and then throwing to them. You know, seeing where that is in relative to the boat, making that cast and having them smash that chatterbait. But then we kind of got hung up trying to find that shallow bite. We ran all over this place,
fishing the edge of the grass patches,
in the backwaters, trying to throw a frog, trying to catch them on Whopper Plopper. And it wasn't until, like I said earlier, that second fish that we caught out on the main river on that outside grass patch or grass line on the break. When I looked down and noticed there was no current. Those fish had pulled out and they were sitting right on that edge of the grass. And I think the next 3 stops, we ran that pattern and caught fish every spot. Every first cast. So what did you learn today? Anything?
I learned that with the Whopper Plopper, you have to keep your line up and like.
Yep. Yeah, keep the line off the water in front of your topwater bait. What about establishing a pattern?
I don't know.
Yeah, kind of teaching them, you know, that every fish you catch or everything you see is just a piece to that puzzle, right? That's the #1 thing out here, is putting that puzzle together. Once you figure out what these fish are doing, it's like clockwork. You can go ahead and run and duplicate that pattern on different locations and have success. And once we finally did that, you know, it took us a long time, took me a long time to do it. But I feel like tomorrow I could go out and just run that pattern, boom, 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 you know, if that current was the same, and catch tons of fish. So we learned how to fish topwater. We learned how to have patience, and all in all, a great day. It didn't rain on us too bad, no lightning, so that was awesome. But if you guys like this video, give us a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe to our channel. We do 3, 4, 5, sometimes 6 videos a week, depending on the week, but strictly teaching to help you guys catch more and bigger bass. So hit that like button. Remember to subscribe. As always, guys, we appreciate the support. We couldn't do this without you guys. We're coming up on 500,000 subscribers, which is just mind-blowing. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. As always, guys, we appreciate you. Have a good one.